If you want food, dude, too.
Nation, we are live. Let's talk about it. What's going on, Raider Nation? I know it's a late night for Raiders Primos, but we are going live to preview the Raiders and Patriots game. As you guys can see, we are in a different area. It's all in my living room. I've been having some internet connections issues with my own room. We're going to get that figured out. But tomorrow morning is a big day for me, my cousin, and my father. We are going to wake up hella early to make this trip to Vegas to go see our Raiders play Sunday against the Patriots. And I wanted to talk about this game all week, but just haven't gotten to it. Work was killing me all week. Had some other things going on throughout the week that just couldn't really squeeze in a live. I know it's late, but I hope you guys appreciate, still coming on live. We're going to start with our injury report. I do have some things I want to talk to you guys about today. There's been some reports coming out that I wanted to discuss with you guys. And I know Van City's gonna love talking about it. What's up, Van City? Shout out to you, bro. Everything's good. Everything's going good in life. Like I said, really, I want to really be honest with you guys. This week was really a personal week for me, not only with work, but I wanted to take some time just to focus on myself, focus on my mental health. Just really wanted to, really start enjoying life, really get ready for this weekend. Want to stay in a positive attitude for you guys. So, just need to take some time away from going live, doing some shows, and just get my head back right. But I'm back right. We're going to talk about Sunday's game. All right. So for the injury report, guys, the Raiders, Alex Bars is going to be out, the guard. He hasn't really been playing up to strength. So really, and then, we cut John Simpson. We did pick up some guys. I will get into that. I know a lot of people have been on that game when it comes to the news of, us signing some new guards, picking up some guards from the practice squads, even on waivers. I feel we're going to see those young guys, but I really want to see more of like the Dylan Parhams, really those young guys. I feel like we're still going to have one offensive line short of, I don't know who's going to start. We're going to have to really wait and see until game day and see who's going to fill that left guard spot. Maybe it'll be Parham or they'll move Parham to right guard and we'll have a different left guard. And then we also have Andrew Billings, who is questionable. Hopefully we can get him back. I feel the Patriots are really going to rely on their run game with Stevenson. Mac Jones, he's more of that game manager. He's not going to make 40 pass attempts a game. He's not going to make 50 pass attempts a game. He'll give you around 25 to 30 pass attempts a game. And, he'll manage the ball game and try not to make mistakes. But they're going to really rely on a heavy run game. So you want to have Andrew Billings in there to stuff the run. If you don't get him, it's really going to possibly be a hard day to really stop the run. Now, hopefully Tillery can stop the run with Neil Farrell Jr. Maybe Matthew Butler would get some looks. But even Nichols, Nichols and Tillery have been that go-to to stopping the run. But Stevenson is no joke, guys. Like, they like to bounce him on the outside, but he can go in between the tackles. Jermaine Illuminor, he's questionable with an oblique injury and a wrist. These oblique injuries, it seems they're becoming common in the NFL. Hunter Renfrow dealt with one. I've seen a couple of other guys on other teams dealing with those oblique injuries. I wish I knew what the hell that was. That's like the first time I'm seeing this type of injury out. But he was limited. He is questionable. Josh Jacobs, he has a quad and a hand injury. He's questionable for Sunday's game. I still think we're going to see him out there. Josh Jacobs is a beast. It's his contract year. He is looking to get paid, whether it's by the Raiders or whether it's by a different team. Dylan Parham, the guard, he's, like I said, he's possibly going to be plugged in there. He's full to go. Denzel Perryman, he's questionable with a hip injury. Sam Webb was full. And guys, Rockin' Sin, our top corner, is going to be out. So really look at Sam Webb and to really be matched up. Devontae Parker is out for this game, so really don't have to worry too much about a height advantage between a corner and a wide receiver. And even then, Sam Webb can match up to Devontae or height wise, and Parker, guys, not Devontae Adams, Devontae Parker, height wise. But like I said, Rocketson is out, so our corners are really going to have to step up their game in this game and really lock down the Patriots wide receivers. Like I said, Patriots are more of a balanced offense, as I've seen, between passing and running. So it's really going to be interesting what game plan the Patriots are going to draw up for this Raiders defense. Malcolm Kuntz is a full go. Jackson Barton is at tackle. He's questionable. And as for the Patriots, Jack Jones, really their top corner right now, he's questionable with the knee. He was limited today, and he did not practice Wednesday or Thursday. Devontae Parker, as we know, he is out with a concussion. Stevenson, I was talking about him earlier, but he is questionable. I will say that. He did not practice Wednesday or Thursday. He was limited Friday. Isaiah Wynn, their offensive line, he's out. Yanni Kajuste, he's questionable. That's their tackle. They're really thin on that offensive line. Joe Cardinal, long snapper, he's questionable. Damian Harris, they're getting thin on that running back, but they're questionable. So really could be game time decisions. With the thigh, Jacoby Myers. It seems like Jacoby Myers, I've been following the Patriots for leading up to this game for a couple weeks. Jacoby Myers has always been on their injury report. He has been up and down on that injury list. So he could play, but who knows? He might be out. And then Jalen Mills. This was a really good signing, I thought, from the Patriots when they went out and got him. But he is a surprise out for this game. So it's really going to be interesting to see who is going to be on Devontae Adams. And this is what we're going to get into. I'm going to lead more into that because these last 4 games really going to tell who's going to be at quarterback for the foreseeable future. We'll get more into that, but I want to give you guys also the all-time list, meaning the all-time record between these guys. The New England Patriots and the Las Vegas Raiders, franchise-wise, Patriots and Raiders have gone against each other a total of 36 times. The Patriots are leading the series with 20 wins, 15 losses, and 1 tie between the two. In the last 5 meetings, the Patriots are 5-0 against the Raiders, with the Patriots almost really blowing out the Raiders most of the time. The only close game was back in 2014, Derek Carr's rookie year, with a 16-9 victory over the Raiders. But other than that, it has not been close, with a 36-20 victory in 2020, a 33-8 victory in 2017, a 31-19 victory in 2011, and a 49-26 victory in 2008. The last loss that the Patriots have suffered from the Raiders was back in 2002, 20 years ago, which was a 27-20 loss that they suffered in Oakland. And that was the last time that the Raiders have beaten the Patriots. And I think we are due for a W, but that does not mean, guys, I'll be honest, that does not mean we are going to win. I am being honest with you guys. I don't see us pulling out a win against the Patriots. And here is why. Our quarterback. It is our quarterback. It is Derek Carr. Advanced says, I don't have an opinion one way or another, bro. Don't know what time you're talking about. Hashtag Forky. Primos, wouldn't it be effing great if we lost on Sunday, knock on wood, and Clown Boy completely shits the bed? We wake up Monday morning and Ziegler cuts the clown. I don't think he's going to do that, Van City. I'll be honest. EP Scorpio says, what's up, Raider Nation? Big Mike up in the building, my brother. EP Scorpio, what's up, Primos? What's up, you guys? What's up? Salute to the chat. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We are at 222 subs. We are trying to get to 500 before the season ends. Please don't blow it like the Raiders always do, and let's get up to 500 subs. Also, like it up, man. Let's get it thrown out there. We want to get some more views up in the chat. We want to get more people. Spread the love around with Raiders Primos. Also, if you guys have not hit the bell, so you guys could be notified, so you guys could be like the 7 viewers in the chat and be here when we go live, hit that bell so you guys can be notified when we drop a new video or when we go live. Van City says no, but he should get cut. He will. And we're going to, you know what? We're going to discuss our favorite boy, our favorite clown boy, Van City, because the Las Beer says Carr playing is a clown decision. You know, I wish he wasn't even playing against the Patriots. I really would. I wish Stidham was starting against the Patriots, because wouldn't that be something? Stidham goes out there against his former team. You got the combination of two former Patriots, Jarrett Stidham, Josh McDaniels, two guys who the Patriots really they gave up on. And wouldn't that be a story that Jarrett Stidham and Josh McDaniels go out there and beat the Patriots, and then not only beat the Patriots, but then Derek Carr's future is really up for grabs at that point. But the Las Vegas Review-Journal, guys, Derek Carr's future with Raiders could hinge on Final Four games. This is what they wrote. While the Raiders still have an outside chance of making the NFL playoffs, if coming from a Raiders fan, they're out of the playoffs. I'm being straight up honest. They are eliminated. I know mathematically they are not, but they are mathematically eliminated in my opinion. The Final Four games are just as much about the future as the present. That means the fate of some players, most notably veteran quarterback Derek Carr, could be on the line. Carr has dealt with nagging injuries this season, and a lot of the Raiders' problems are out of his control. But when things go bad, the quarterback always shoulders a significant amount of the blame. In Carr's case, it has been an ongoing theme almost since the moment he was named the starting quarterback and became the face of the franchise that, outside of 2 winning seasons, has resided on the lower rung of the NFL during his 9 years with the club. As a lot losing mounted, so too did the speculation the Raiders would move on from him. Carr has said this in his presser today. I should have been traded for 8 years now. It is what it is at this point. He has learned to tune it all out. He said, as I've gotten older, it has been definitely easier because you've heard it once. I've heard it a million times, Carr said. I was supposed to be gone, like I said, 8 years ago, and I'm still here. But for reasons, let's get that out of here. Yeah. But for various reasons, this season feels different, and league sources have indicated it seems inevitable the Raiders will move on from Carr after the season is over. Carr signed a 3-year, $121.5 million contract extension in March that essentially created a 1-year prove-it scenario under first-year coach Josh McDaniels and general manager Dave Ziegler. The two have no ties to Carr and made it clear when they were hired that their first year would include a significant amount of evaluation as they built the roster. The extension includes an opt-out that the Raiders can exercise immediately after the Super Bowl, one that allows them to walk away from the remaining 2 years of the contract, and a $40 million in guarantee money. The penalty they would pay is a manageable $5.6 million dead cap hit. The alternative to cut ties with Carr at that point is his 2023 salary and a $7 million of his 2024 salary. In total, $40 million becomes fully guaranteed on February 15th. The question, though, the Raiders will ask themselves, and the final 4 games will go a long way toward formulating an answer, is whether that is an investment worth making or if moving on is the better option, even if it means starting over with a younger quarterback or turning to a veteran such as Tom Brady or Jimmy Garoppolo, both of whom have ties to McDaniels and Ziegler. That doesn't necessarily mean they would simply let Carr walk. A trade undoubtedly would be explored, and league sources indicate there would be enough time for the Raiders to potentially work one out in time to deal with the early February deadline to decide Carr's future. Carr, who is 31, has no trade clause, but that always has been viewed as his protection to control his landing spot. And with quarterback-needy teams such as the Saints, Colts, Commanders, and Falcons, among others, motivate to improve at that position, it's easy to envision a healthy market for Carr, who is 10th in the NFL in total quarterback rating and has led an offense that ranks 11th in scoring and 8th in yards per game. The Raiders had high hopes for the season, but are 5-8, and while Carr isn't solely responsible for their underachieving performance, he could end up being the main casualty. And this is coming from the Las Vegas Review-Journal, guys. I wanted to, talk about this with you guys because we gotta discuss. Carr has been the talk of the town, and it is amazing that this review journal has talked about these last 4 games are going to decide whether Derek Carr stays or goes. EP Scorpio says, so if Raiders come out and win the last few games, should they keep Carr for another year? I don't think so. I know we say what these 4 games are going to hold. These 4 games can either determine, do we keep Carr or do we walk away from Carr? I know a lot of people say, well, you lose 4 games, you walk away from Carr. I don't think so. I think if you even go 2-2 in these last 4 games, you cut Carr. Because at the end of the day, it's a losing season. You go 2-2, you're 7-10. If you go 3-2, you're 8-9. Carr has to win out in order for it to be a winning season. If he doesn't win out, it's a losing season. You go 1-3, you go 2-2, or you go 3-2, it's a losing season. We did not expect a losing season, Derek. You are going to get paid $40 million. Do we really want to pay a guy $40 million to just have 8-9 or 7-10? Or let's put it this way, just to the Raiders are in the hunt for the playoffs. They're in the hunt for the playoffs. Week 15, week 16, we're in the hunt for the playoffs. Week 17, we're in the hunt for the playoffs. And week 18, the Raiders just sneak into the playoffs. Like, do we really want to be there? So that's my answer, EP Scorpio. I think you cut Carr. Like, if he goes 4-0, then maybe you got to start asking yourself, maybe you bring back Carr. But $40 million, do you make that? Like, guys, like, we got to ask ourselves that question. Do we pay a guy that has no playoff wins, made the playoffs twice in his career? Do we pay him $40 million? We got to ask ourselves that question. Is he worth getting paid? Salute to you, Oz Ghost. Thanks for pulling up, man. I know it's late. Thank you for pulling up. Yeah, this is what it is, Van City. I'm not hating on Derek because of of our record or anything. I'm not saying he gets majority of the blame, because he doesn't. Our defense isn't great. Waller's been injured. Renfro's been injured. But we went through shit last year. Zay Jones was our top receiver. I mean, Hunter Renfrow was up there too, but when we're doing it from a personnel standpoint, Zay Jones was the number 1 receiver out there, not Hunter Renfrow. Hunter Renfrow worked a slot. Stats-wise, Hunter Renfrow was the number 1 guy. He was the go-to guy. But Zay Jones was that wide receiver that would be on the outside when they were like in an I formation. It wasn't Hunter Renfrow. Devontae Adams, you switched Zay Jones for Devontae Adams, and you couldn't do your 5-8 with it. Devontae Adams, essentially, I wanted to do something, and like I said, this isn't throwing shade to Derek Carr, but we gotta, people want to be like, oh, all you got to do is give Derek Carr number 1 receiver, and he's gonna pop off. Okay, let's break it down then. Let's break it down real quick, because it's true. Devontae's popping off with Derek, and Derek's popping off with Devontae. But then let's do a little quick math here. Let's do a little quick math. Right now, Derek Carr's stats on the season, he has 62% completion with 3,117 yards passing, with 20 touchdowns and 10 interceptions, and has a quarterback rating of 89.4, his third worst in his career so far. Or no, sorry. It would actually be his second worst. Or yeah, his third worst in his career so far, as he had an 86 quarterback rating and a 76 quarterback rating. It would be his third worst in his career. And he has a number 1 receiver. He has the best receiver on his team. Let's, call it what it is. And if you look at Devontae's stats, Devontae for the season has 82 catches for 1,247 yards with 12 touchdowns. Now, if you take 12 of those touchdowns away, let's say we minus Devontae from Derek Carr, right? He has 8 touchdowns on the season. That's the rest of the team. The rest of the team has 8 touchdowns. And if you take Devontae's 1,247 yards away from Derek Carr's 3,000 yards. He has 1,870 yards passing to the rest of the team. So Raider Nation, for those people who said give Derek Carr a number one receiver and he'll play great football. The stats show that he's playing great football. You guys were right. Give him the best receiver in the game. But it's not contributing to wins. That's my problem. We gave him the best receiver in the game, and it's not contributing to wins. AP Scorpio says maybe it's too late for Carr. He said maybe it's too late for Carr to try to keep his job. Raiders should start Stidham and see what he got. AP Scorpio, I want to agree with you, but I don't, because you do want to give Derek Carr a chance. And here's what I mean by that, because Ausgos has a point here. I will say that Carr hasn't played with a full strength offense this year. Renfrow and Waller have been out pretty much all year. So I agree with that. But Ausgos, then we got to go back to this, because I disagree with this. Why? Because now we're going to get a full strength team, and you're playing for pride at this point. And yeah, you're mathematically still in the playoffs. So by saying, okay, you still are in the playoffs, are you going to try to win games? Are you going to try to win games? Because now that you're at a full strength, and if you still can't perform, by the way, guys, like I said, I'm going to be there live. So I'm going to see playing. I'm not going to see a broadcast view. I'm going to see plays developing. I will see if I see a wide open person and I see Carr not going to him, you can't make it up at that point, because you're seeing it in live action now. You're not seeing it on the broadcast. You're seeing the kind of the 22 off-field view. And we'll go live after the game. I'm going to go live tomorrow when we get to the hotel, talk to you guys some more. But seriously, guys, we got to have a conversation. I agree with, what Ausgo said here. He hasn't. I'm not going to go away from that. I'm not going to ignore that, because maybe that did play a part. But Ausgo said, we'll ask you this. Let's say, and we won't know. But let's say Renfrow, Waller out there and Carr still can't perform. He's still missing throws. We're still kicking field goals in the red zone. He's still throwing interceptions. He's missing open targets. He's having guys reaching up and they're getting freaking beamed. And let's say Renfrow, Waller come back and, they take a hit to the head because Carr threw it too high and now they're injured again. Like, I'm just putting it out there because that's what we've been seeing all season, right, Ausgos? Like, we can't, like, for me, I can't say, oh, Renfrow and Waller are going to come in and there's going to be a change in Derek. Like, no. There's not going to be a change in Derek, because Derek Carr is going to play the way he's going to be playing. He's been playing all season. But defensively now, does the Patriots defense have to adjust to Renfrow, Waller being out there? They do. Did the Saints and Jags and, all these teams that didn't have to play Waller and Renfrow, was it a little easier on them? It was. But if you're a $40 million quarterback and you're going to get paid $40 million, I expect you to make any guy look good. Tom Brady could do it. Patrick Mahomes could do it. Josh Allen could do it. By the way, guys, Isaiah McKenzie was a former Raider. Josh Allen making this guy look like one of the top slot receivers in the NFL. And he was a Raider. He played with Derek Carr. Came off the streets. He played maybe like 2-3 games, so he didn't have time with Carr. But goes to the Bills, and Josh Allen makes this guy look, a guy from nowhere. You didn't even hear this name, looking like one of the top slot receivers. How's it goes? Actually, I missed a comment from Beers. Let me see. Carr himself said he doesn't know why he's there. Why keep him in the first place? With that energy, you'll never win games. You know what, Beers? And it's not the first time he's given off that vibe in his pressers. That's what's crazy. He hasn't given. This isn't the first time he's given off this vibe. There was this. I think it was our last year going in Oakland, and we were going to go to Vegas. I don't know if it was 2020 when we were in Vegas or even when we were in Oakland, but he was saying, oh, I'll play, I'm always going to be here. As long as I'm with the Raiders, I always want to win, but the time when they bring another quarterback in, then the fans can just, boo that one too. But as long as I'm here, I just want to win. And I'm like, that's the most Christian way to hold a middle finger to Raider Nation, because you could give me all of that bullshit, but then you want to say, oh, the next quarterback that comes in here and the fans can just boo him too. Like, bro, what? So what? We don't have a right to boo you? What have you given us in the 9 years that of you playing with the Raiders? You haven't given us anything. You have not given us anything. So what do you mean the next quarterback that comes in, we're just going to boo him? Like, what? We're just going to boo him because he's playing for the Raiders and we've been through so much that – no, you know why we've been through so much, Cars? Because of you. We expected more and more out of you. And every single season, you let us down. And you want to – those fans that want to blame this and blame that, I will not disagree with that. But when they start saying Derek Carr holds no blame, that's where it pisses me off. Derek Carr holds some blame. He doesn't hold all the blame, but he holds some blame. Why did the Patriots get they are questioning Mac Jones right now? The Patriots are questioning Mac Jones if he's the foreseeable future. Why did you think when they brought in Bailey Zapp, all the Patriots fans was like, bro, start Zapp over Jones? Now, of course, we've seen how that worked out. But for those people that say, oh, other teams are not questioning their quarterback, why are we questioning our quarterback? Patriots are questioning Mac Jones. The Jets are questioning Zach Wilson. For a time, the Dolphins were questioning Tua Tagovailoa. Derek Carr, you're fucking lucky that you've been here 9 years. Because any other team would have cut your ass after the 2017 season. After you made the playoffs and you had the season that you had to come back and shit the bed like you did in 2017 with the same exact team, your ass would have been cut after that season. You're fucking lucky. Be fucking grateful you've been with this team for 9 years. And you want to go say some shit like that these fans can just boo the next quarterback that comes in. Be fucking grateful that your ass is getting booed by us. How about that? Because if it was up to us, your ass would be gone. You wouldn't even have made it to Vegas. The way you've been playing these last couple years. Van City, here comes the excuses. EP Scorpio, Carr lost his confidence. He don't got it no more. He lost it, and it may have been our fault. It may have been our fault, EP Scorpio. It may have been Raider Nation's fault that we've been booing him and we've been giving him negative energy. But what the fuck do he expect from us? We don't love him. Like, we love this right here. We don't give a fuck who's at quarterback. If you're losing, you're going to hear us shit talking you. Jamarcus Russell, we didn't like him, right? That boy is probably the biggest bust in the NFL. And every time his name gets brought up, we fucking hate it. What did Derek Carr do that Jamarcus Russell didn't? You know what he didn't do? Be here for 9 years. That's the only difference. Put up amazing stats. Having the most touchdowns in Raiders history. Having the most passing, or not touchdowns, passing yards. Let me see, passing yards in Raiders history. He might have touchdowns. I might have to look into that. But I believe Ken Stabler still holds that. I could be wrong. Let me see. Raiders passing touchdown leaders. Because he might have that too. I believe he does. Yeah, Derek Carr does hold that. He has the all-time passing touchdown leaders. But that's all it is. Because, you guys want to know this? Watch this one. You want to know this one? You guys want to know this? Ken Stabler still leads the Raiders in most wins. Let's talk about that real quick. Let's talk about that. He has most passing touchdowns, most passing yards, but no most wins. Let's talk about that real quick. And I'm just going on a rant here, guys. I'm going on a rant because I'm frustrated that we're 5-8. Why can't other fans be frustrated too that we're 5-8? Van City says, shit, I need to catch up because I know you guys probably want to tackle on this. Van City said, people said for years, DC needs elite weapons to succeed. Well, everybody, he has the RB1 in the league and a top 3, arguably the wide receiver 1 in football. And we're 5-8. It's time to move on. Darth Vader. Brad, stop. Stidham is not a starter nor Willie. No, Darth Vader, like I said, I don't want to see Stidham in there because I want to see Derek. Because I got to agree with Alice Ghost's argument from earlier. Waller and Renfro have not played. I want to see what Derek Carr can pull out. Now that he has Waller, he has Renfro coming back. You know, you put him with Devontae. Hopefully, like I said, it could be healthy. Let's see what Carr can do. Let's see if that was missing. But it will go back to this. DC needs elite weapons to succeed. And I don't want to pay a guy $40 million. If you need everything else around you to be perfect, I'm not paying you $40 million. If everything else around you needs to be perfect for you to succeed, then DC, hand over a little bit of that money and we could go get you a top 10 defense. Hand a little bit over that money, we could go get you a top 10 offensive line. Because you need elite weapons to succeed, right? So hand over that little paycheck of yours, of that $40 million. And I know people's like, well, why I got to beat Carr's money? What the fuck has he done to earn $40 million, guys? What has he done to earn $40 million? You're telling me I could go out there and lose 76 games and I'm getting paid $40 million, bro? Raiders, sign me up. I'm over here needing money. I don't need to win shit. I don't need to win a Super Bowl. I only got to take the Raiders to the playoffs 2 times and I could get paid $40 million. Bro, sign me up. Please sign me up. I would love $40 million if I ain't got to do shit. If y'all don't care about wins, y'all just want to pay people just to pay people, bro, $40 million, give it to me right now. EP Scorpio says, if you're an elite quarterback, it doesn't matter who's wide receivers. Great quarterbacks can win with decent wide receivers group, even with a decent O-line, even if they have a different coaching staff. You just described Daniel Jones right there. And Daniel Jones is not by any means a top quarterback in the league. I don't view him as a top quarterback in the league, but he's still winning with a decent wide receiver group. He's still winning with a top running back. Saquon Barkley is going off right now, and has a new coach. EP Scorpio, that's why great quarterbacks are great. Fan City, Carr has the wide receiver 1 and RB1 in the league this year, and he shit the bed. Enough said. And that says Carr hasn't had it for years now, no matter who he has out there. Alice goes, Carr was never going to master a new offense in year 1. We need to be patient. Now, McDaniel said that learning a new system is like learning a new language, but Alice goes, 9 years, bro. 9 years. Like Van City said, man, we've been patient for 9 years. We've been patient for 9 years. Tua needed to learn a new system. Daniel Jones needed to learn a new system. That I can agree with you on that, Alice goes. If he's a top quarterback, as people make him out to be, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying like media and even those other fans that make him like he's a top quarterback or like he deserves the $40 million. That's not an excuse then. You have the number 1 receiver. You have the number 1 running back. And you know what's crazy? When I was watching NFL Network, they said that Josh Jacobs and Devontae Adams carry 67% of the Raiders' yardage. 67%. Devontae Adams and Josh Jacobs carry the Raiders' offense 67% of the time on yardage. DC got Nelson Aguilar and Zay Jones paid. And Nelson Aguilar is not performing with the Patriots, but Zay Jones is performing with the Jaguars. I'll pull it up for you right now. And he actually is having a better season than he had last season. I don't think touchdown-wise, though. He doesn't have the touchdowns. Let's see. With the Raiders, he had 546. Oh, no, he does have more touchdowns. That's crazy. with the Raiders, he had 546 yards in 2021, and he had 1 touchdown. With the Jaguars, he had 655 yards and 2 touchdowns. Alex goes, he's doing better than he did with Trevor Lawrence than he did with Derek Carr. Van City, out. He fucking sucks. Accept it, bro. I won't go as far as he's saying he sucks, but I'm with this at this point. I'll take my chances with the rookie because nothing can be worse than the past 9 years. The thing is, guys, we are losing with DC. We're losing with DC. Vancy said, did DC get Aguilar and Jones paid? He did. I would say he did because they were popping off. And then Aguilar went to the Patriots and shit the bed. But Zay Jones is having a better season than he did last year. Vancy, he has Devontae fucking Adams and he's horseshit. Stidham is not a starter, but it's a losing season anyway. So why not quarterbacks like Stidham got something to so quarterbacks like Stidham got something to prove. Hate to say it, but look what's happening with Purdy. EP Scorpio, I know a lot of people want to hype on Purdy, but if you go look at Purdy's stats, he's like another Derek Carr. He just has a great fucking defense. And a lot of people accepted, or not accepted, but they expected that the Raiders defense was going to be something like the Niners defense. No, they were not going to hold people to 15 points a game. At best, they were going to hold people 24 points a game or 25 points a game. But we expected that this offense was going to score at least 27, 28 points a game, and it's not happening. The DC Tay connection is strong. No, ours goes, the Tay DC connection is strong. Why do I say it like that? It's because Devontae is carrying Derek Carr. I'm so sorry. Like, if that hurts any Carr fans' feelings, but Devontae Adams is carrying Derek Carr. Big Mike says, go ahead, bro. Pop off. Appreciate the support, bro. Appreciate the support. Oz goes, as a DC supporter, I'm okay with DC going to another team to end this debate. Oz goes, see, that's where we agree to disagree, right? Because I'm with you on that too. I want DC gone also because I want to stop with this debate, man. I want to stop having this argument with Raider fans because, like, we family, at the end of the day. We should be coming together as one. We should be, loving on each other, talking Raiders football, and it should never get to a point where it gets anywhere personal or anything like that over a quarterback. It should never get there. And if DC goes to another team, bro, I will still be like, bro, Carr, I still wish you the best. I hope, you perform over there. Maybe it wasn't working over here with the Raiders. Maybe it's going to be better with the Commanders or the Falcons or wherever you go. It might be better. But all I know is it's not working here. It is not working here. Osgo said, I'll support whoever's under center. That's where I'm at, Osgo's. I'll support Derek Carr with these 4 games. And I will still continue to be like, man, Derek, go out there and win these games. Go out there, go throw 3 touchdowns. But every time I expect this man to do something right and do something to pop off to prove me wrong, he doesn't prove me wrong. I want to be proved wrong, Osgos. That's why I'm frustrated with him. Because I want to be proved wrong. But he's not proving me wrong. Because we're still losing. I don't want stats. I don't want 2 touchdowns a game. I don't care if you throw 3 interceptions. What I care about is you winning the game. Now, if those 3 interceptions cost us the game, of course I'm going to talk about it. You not throwing touchdowns is going to affect the game. Of course I'm going to talk about it. Like I said, y'all could have gotten a rookie quarterback and molded him rather than look for a big-name quarterback, at least a rookie cheaper, and can be released on a dime. That's what I'm saying, Beers. That's why I want a rookie. A lot of people disagree with me, but I want a rookie because you could use that money instead of paying a big-name free agent. You can use that money, go build the defense, go build this offensive line. This defense that people have been crying for and wanting to be a top 10 defense, you can use that money to go get yourself a top 10 defense. This offensive line that has been playing better than expected, that people been crying about that. It sucks. Okay, use the money that you cutted Derek Carr. You could get that money and go get yourself a good offensive line. Because people's like, well, this rookie quarterback's not going to survive with this offensive line, or not. They're going to have to put up 30 points a game because of that defense. All right, y'all say that. Y'all know a rookie quarterback coming on a rookie contract, right? Hello, you cut Derek Carr. You save $5 million. You use that money to go build a defense, build an offensive line. Like, hello, it's not rocket science, guys. It's really not rocket science. And then I seen a comment on social media. Oh, we're gonna have to put Derek Carr on the hot seat, but give time to Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler. What? It's their first year. What did y'all expect out of the first year? Y'all expected playoffs. I did too. But I would rather get rid of a guy that's been here for 9 years and had every single chance to win with this organization. He had 2020. He did it in 2021. Why couldn't he do it in 2022? In 2020, he had a chance. In 2019, he had a chance. 2018, rebuild year, as we know, because with Gruden. 2017, had a chance. 2016, we know what happened. He broke his leg. 2015, had a chance. He had numerous chances. To pull through and win games for us. And he couldn't perform. It is time to give a coaching staff and the front office time to build a championship team. It is time to move on from the Derek Carr debacle. It's time, guys. We got to give our coaching staff time, not our quarterback. He had 9 years to get it right, and he didn't get it right. Van C said, you could pay me $40 million to shit the bed every year. Right, Van City? Bro, like, if you pay me $40 million and you're not expecting jack shit from me, bro, bro, say fucking less. Give me a Raiders helmet. AP Scorpio, I'm okay for Carr to quarterback another team. Hey, I will wish him the best. Who knows? A change of scenery might do it for him. That's what I'm saying. I still will wish him the best. And I know a lot of Carr fans are going to be like, see exacting Raider? Like, I told you Derek Carr was the answer. No, he probably was the answer for them. Doesn't mean he was the answer for us. I saw a clip from Colin Coward. I don't know how to say his fucking name. I always might mess around with it. But he said earlier that was saying he believes we could get a first and a second for Carr. I do not see it at all. Bro, there's no – if you could get a team to give you a first or a second or even a first and a second for Carr, bro, you robbing them blind. Carr is worth like a 5th round at best. Alex Ghost, we got to call out other people. Patrick Graham called press man coverage in the end of the Ram game insane. Yes, Alex Ghost. That was a dumbass call. But I'd rather give time for Patrick Graham to go get his guys on the defense that plays his game around. Now, of course, it doesn't matter because you could have your guys out there. You call press man, bro, you're asking to get burnt off the line. Especially you got Sam Webb on a one-on-one alone with no safety help. You're asking for an L at that point. But Alex goes, should it have gotten to that point? I know we could go through the ifs, ands, the buts, could have, should have, would have, but should it have gotten to that point? Because didn't this defense hold the Rams to 3 points for 57 minutes of the game? And didn't our offense only get 2 first downs in the second half? You can't, like, yeah, I put blame on Patrick Graham for calling that because that's a terrible play call. That's why I said Derek Carr's not the soul of the blame, but is he part of it? He is. But who are we going to give more time to? First-year coaching or a 9-year quarterback? This coaching, because people want this coaching staff fired. We could do that, okay? We could do that. But then we're going to have to go through this shit again next season, and then the Carr fans are going to come out, well, Derek Carr has 7 head coaches in 10 years. Derek Carr has, another offensive coordinator in 10 years. So what, y'all can use that as an excuse now? Y'all can use, oh, the defense has a new coordinator. They got to get used to it. I'm done doing this coaching staff rodeo. Let's give the coaching staff time to build this team and stop depending and expecting a 9-year quarterback to just suddenly get it right. Y'all should have released him in 2017, got a rookie, and who knows where y'all would be. You know what's funny, Beers? I didn't want to release him in 2017 because I didn't think he had a down year. Well, he did have a down year in 2017, but I didn't think he was going to be there again. I thought he was going to get it right. But hell, I was wrong. He didn't get it right. EP Scorpio, as a Raider fan, I expect a win every Sunday. No matter who's quarterbacking, just win, baby. Bring it back, please. That's all we want. Ziegler could easily get 2 first-rounders for DC. The Seahawks traded 2 first-rounders for safety Jamal Adams. Like I said, Oz goes, if you could, and if he does pull that off somehow, you robbing somebody. Beer says, and y'all have Josh McDaniels. McDaniels, IQ damn near mini Belichick. Y'all could have been molded a new quarterback this season. And guys, Beers is a Patriots fan. This is coming from a Patriots fan. He's on the outside looking in. Even fans on the outside looking in know Derek Carr is part of the problem, and it's time to move on. It's time for a new face. Because, guys, answer me this. How come Josh McDaniels can do it with a rookie quarterback but can't do it with a 9-year vet? If it's all Josh McDaniels, how come he can make a rookie quarterback and Mac Jones look like a Pro Bowl quarterback, and then the following season Mac Jones looks like a shell of himself, but Josh McDaniels can't do it with the 9-year quarterback? Shouldn't Derek Carr be playing better than he did last year? Vancy says, I highly, highly doubt it. He's talking about the 2 first-rounders. Two first-round picks for Derek Carr, bro. Put down the crystal meth. Hey, Vancy, we don't got to get that deep, that personal. I mean, I get it. You know, you disagree with that, but ain't got to talk about, drugs and stuff like that, man. Let's try to keep it civil. Van City. Look at what the Seahawks were able to get for Wilson. Like I said, Osgos, not disagreeing. I'm disagreeing with you on that. But if it happens, hey, shout out to you, bro. And shout out to Carr. But we is robbing whoever does that. Whoever puts that trade in, we're robbing them. EP Scorpio says, Carr is an inconsistent quarterback. You never know which Carr is playing on Sunday. And that's what I'm saying. Like, we're going to make a 8-hour trip to go see our Raiders play against the Patriots. Who, by the way, I'm going to bring up actually. Should have done this. Let's bring this up because I know they got actually a good defense too. So the Patriots are 5th in overall in defense. They are the 5th ranked defense. In passing touchdowns, they are 13th. And in passing completion percentage, they're 7th. And passing yards, they're 9th. So they're top 15 and passing. They're not like, that's my ranking. I'll rank them around they're top 15 in passing. Against the run, they're top, they're also top 15 around. They are 12th in rushing yards allowed and 12th in rushing. They're number 1 in rushing touchdowns. In the red zone, they're top 15. They're 11th in rushing touchdown percentage, and they're 9th in red zone touchdowns. And they are 16th in third down percentage. So this is a top defense. But like I said, if you're a $40 million quarterback, you should go out there and still perform. I seen the guys like Mahomes gave the Patriots a run for their money. I seen guys, like Josh Allen, give the Vikings. Even the Vikings are not even a good defense. Kirk Cousins, that's where I was going. I was thinking about the Bills and Vikings game. But guys like Kirk Cousins giving the Bills a run for their money on their defense. And I know people will be like, oh, well, he got Dalvin Cook and Justin Jefferson. Derek Carr has Josh Jacobs and Devontae Adams. Russell Wilson is greater than Derek Carr until this year. And you know what's crazy, Van City? I feel Russell Wilson is only this bad because of Broncos coaching. Because if you notice something, Russell Wilson would run more with Seattle. And then if you look at the film now with the Broncos, he does not run a lot. He doesn't run a lot. With the Seahawks, he would run a lot, and the defense will have to account for Russell Wilson running. But with Denver, he's not running a lot. Shout out to Beers. Carr is still a Raider because of one person, Mark Davis. That's where I'm at, AP Scorpio. There's no way that Carr's here with all the coaches that came and gone. Vancy said, and just for clarification, you're under the assumption that we not only get one first-round pick, but two first-round picks from me. You're still backing this twat. Vancy, I understand your frustration, man. I understand. And I agree with you. I don't think we're going to get 2 first-round picks, but if Alex Ghost is onto something, bro, please give us 2 first-round picks. Salute to Demenis, bro. Salute to you, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to everybody pulling up late night talking with me. Like I said, we're gonna go live tomorrow when we are in Vegas. I hope to see some of y'all out there if you guys are gonna make the trip. Fancy said, you could potentially walk out with the Will Levis or Jalen Carter and Joey Porter for Derek Carr. Yes, please, bro. That would be crazy if you could get 3 first-round picks in the that would be. You know what, Van City? For real, I was Ghost. We getting 2 first-round picks for Derek Carr. I love that, bro. I love that. I was Ghost. I'll support whoever's under center, but let's face it, we can have all of the picks in the world and still pick shitty players. Now, Owls goes. I'm glad you brought this up because this is the Raider stigma, right? That we pick shitty players, but then we forget who is the GM right now. It's Dave Ziegler. It's not Reggie McKenzie. It's not Mike Mayock. It's not John Gruden. So that stigma that we pick shitty players, what if that shit changes? Because we got Ziegler. We got a guy who actually knows what the fuck he's doing. So that stigma, that's how much that stigma has stuck with us, right, Osgos? That we assume Ziegler is going to go out there and shit the bed with this draft. I don't think he's going to shit the bed with this draft. Oh, our drafting over the past 20 years has been awful, with the exception of 2014 and 2019 drafts. It has, Osgos, but Ziegler wasn't drafting. Ziegler did not draft for the Raiders until last year, and we cannot allow the stigma of the past 20 years to assume that Ziegler is going to shit the bed. Ziegler got some good gems last, he got Dylan Parham, who's looking like in the third round. In the third round, he got Dylan Parham, who's looking like a stud at the guard position. He got Thayer and Munford, who I feel can be our future right tackle. You just got to put him in there more. Matthew Butler, Neil Farrell, for the time that they've been in there, they've been the top rated guys at their position. The Zamir White's probably the Zamir White and the Brenton Baum picks, probably the only picks that I was questioning. But other than that, bro, Ziegler has hit on some of these draft picks. Of course, we got to see what more we get out of them. But so far, it's looking like a bright future for these young guys that Ziegler has hit. And he didn't even have a first or second round pick, guys. Let's remember that. Ziegler didn't even have a first round or a second round. And he still hit on some gems. Shout out to you, Van City. I didn't mean to offend anyone with the men's comment. Sorry, bro. I work in the social work field and throw that term around too lightly most of the time. No, I appreciate you apologizing. I just want to keep it civil, Van City. I just want to, have we could agree to disagree. We could debate. We could, argue. but at the same time, I want to keep it respectful and, you know, keep it civil between everyone. I want to, you know, all Kardashians are all welcome, but I want to keep it civil. But I appreciate you, you know, you owning up to that, man. Shout out to you. Beer says, even if y'all lose to the Pats, if Carr doesn't play good, it's his fault. I can't give him any excuses to the man. And again, this is coming from a Pats fan, guys. This is coming from a Patriots fan. Looking on the outside in. I told him, can we get Bailey Zappi? And he laughed at me. He's like, damn, y'all that desperate? I'm like, bro, watch us, and you'll see how desperate we are for a quarterback. Van City said, Al, please be right. For real, Osgos, I hope you're right, bro. I hope we could get 2 first-round picks. And Raiders, he said, no, you can't. Hopefully, Ziegler can draft better players than the past GMs. And Raider Scorpio, that's what I'm hoping, man. And shout out to you, bro. I'm loving that gamer pick. That gamer pick. I'm so used to being on Xbox, bro. That profile pic, bro, I love it, man. And I wish I could rock that, but no, sadly I had to settle for this. I had to settle for this one. I didn't, you know, I couldn't find that. That is a nice profile pic. But yeah, guys, you know, I wanted to, you know, discuss our quarterback situation. And do you guys think it's an evaluating of Derek Carr? Let me get your guys' opinion based off that article. Is it an evaluation? Is Derek Carr being evaluated these last 4 games? Do you guys feel that way? Do you guys, looking at this coaching staff and looking at Ziegler, is Ziegler telling Josh McDaniels, and most importantly, are they telling Mark Davis, your golden boy, Derek Carr, we're evaluating him these next 4 games? We're evaluating him because Mark Davis, he's not the guy. But we still want to give him a chance to prove himself. Let's see what he can do with a full team, with Waller back from injury, with Renfro back from injury. Like, we'll see it. We'll see it. But anyways, guys, we're coming up on an hour. Like I said, it was a long work day today. Thank you guys for pulling up. I know it's late now. Shout out to Oz Goes. Shout out to Van City. Shout out to Beer. Shout out to Raider Scorpio. Shout out to the Menace for pulling up, always showing support. Shout out to Annette. Shout out to let me see if I can get anybody else up in here that I may have missed. Shout out to Darth Raider. You know, shout out to everyone that pulled out. Shout out to Big Mike that pulled up. You know, shout out to everybody that was able to pull through. You know, hey, like I said, I may rant about Derek. I may get on him, but I am never going to wake up on a Sunday and hope this guy blows it, hope this guy shits the bed, and hope the Raiders lose. Because then I'm not a Raider fan. I'm just a guy that comes on here wanting my opinion to be right. I don't want to be right. That's why I'm frustrated, because I don't want to be right about Derek Carr, but he keeps proving me right. And I don't want to be right. I want to go out there and win football games. I want Derek Carr to go win us the football game. Go show the world that you're a top quarterback. That we know as fans you have it in you to be that top quarterback. We've seen greatness with you. And every time we hope to see greatness out of you, you shit the bed. And I'm just frustrated at this point. And I feel like it's time. It is time to move on. Shout out to Osgo. Salute. Great show. Vancy says, we're going to finish it off with this. If Brock Purdy keeps playing like this, the Winers may have more interesting offseason than we do. You know, for real, that's because they got, man, you got Jimmy Garoppolo, you got Brock Purdy, and you got Trey Lance, bro. That's true. That's true. Domenes says, have fun at the game, Primo. Hit that J-Lot tailgate. I know I'm for sure going to hit that J-Lot. I will be at the blackout party, guys. I'm going to be at the blackout party tomorrow night. So if you guys are in Vegas and you guys are going to the blackout party, bro, hit me up. I'm going to be there. And, you know, we could talk, you know, Raiders football and maybe have a couple drinks. I would love to get to meet you guys in person. You know, we could talk that shit. Like I said, we can all agree to disagree, but I want to keep it respectful because at the same time, we're family. We are Raiders fans, and we are rooting for the same thing, and that is wins. Raider Scorpio, let's see what Carr can do with a better O-line, a better defense, a better coaching staff, better water. Enough excuse. Yeah, Raider Scorpio. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm done with the excuses, man. You either got it or you don't. And this season, I'm sticking to my word that I had at the beginning of the season. # no excuses. I was not going to give Derek Carr any more excuses. It's time to move on. Yo, Primus, remember, just hey, I thought I gave it to you though, man. See, I'm gonna have to look in. I swear I gave it to you. Let me see. I guess I didn't give it to you. I guess I didn't give it to you. Salute Raider fans. Once again, let's hear it. Raiders. Yeah, it's always Raiders. But Van City, yeah, I got you, bro, because you've been supporting from day one. You do deserve a wrench. But shout out to everybody, and like everyone, bro, flood the chat because it's always Raiders.